Alright, I'll give you a quick rundown on this machine. It's practically as new or even better than new. After the initial sort of run-in period, the thrust washers were adjusted, which made it so much more rigid. It's a BT30. It's never been crashed. Table's in perfect condition. That's dried up coolant on the table. The free-jaw chuck, which is very accurate, will come with the machine. It does have a little surface rust on that chuck. Table's perfect. Now the control is a lot like a Fanuc. Virtually accepts all the Fanuc G codes. It's got USB input for your programs. I can show you how to run all that down. It's pretty easy. It's so basic it's not funny, but it is highly powerful as well. And the current program, it's got what, 6 sub programs in it. This is done on a computer aided machining software. It's a thread milling program, and that was, I thread milled an 18mm bolt in stainless steel, and it came out on size first go. No spring cuts, nothing. That was with my homemade little thread cutting tool. There is a full clamp kit in perfect condition. I'll just have to pack it away. All various tool holders. You got a probe for setting up. Various tooling all comes with it, whatever I've got. There's a couple of sets of collets, ER32 I think. Face mill, side milling cutter. I'll probably keep any high-speed steel drills because they're part of a kit that I use for work. Carbide end mills. I've got some spare cutters, like I think that one might be a 16mm cutter. Inserts, that's for the thread milling tool. I doubt you'll ever really use all them. That's for the tipped cutters. That's for my lathe, that's not included. More thread milling inserts, face milling inserts, more side milling inserts, and this is for an 3/4 inch ball nose cutter, which is brand new. It's got a 25mm shank though, so if it was ever to be used, you'd need to machine it down or something to suit a side lock or whatever. There may be a little bit of surface rust on some of the holders, but yeah, they're pretty much brand new. I've got a little ER11 collet chuck, a full parallel set which needs to be cleaned up, but yeah, in good nick. That's about it, just various end mills. Anything to do with turning stays with me. Same with these drills here, there for the lathe. There's a 45-degree chamfer cutter there that goes with the machine, and spare pull studs. Yeah, there's not a lot, but there's heaps to get you out of trouble, especially with the tooling there. It's got a magnetic hand pendant, so you can jog it around and stuff when you're setting up or whatever. And now all the parameters have been set to roughly 75% at maximum speed, like rapid search, rapid home and stuff like that. I think it can go to 6,000 meters a minute, but it's set to 5, I believe. And same with the spindle, I think it can go to 6,000, but the maximum is set at 5,000. The software's just been updated to the best or latest software, and let's see, these are your setups for job setup. You know, surely you know what that's about. And these are your tool length offsets and radius offsets. Close that down. These are all your parameters, which shouldn't really go messing with unless you know what you're doing. But it's so easy, and Syil, I've had, when I was updating the software, I was Skyping the engineers at Syil, and they helped me reset all these parameters, which they come with generic settings, but some of them needed to be changed. But that was sort of like a one-off thing. The software is bulletproof. I love it. I wish I wasn't selling this machine. Like, you got path as well, so you can preview things. That was the thread milling. Close that. Position. So this is the monitor page. This is usually where I go to when I'm running a program, so you can see your speeds, feeds, the program, tool offsets, everything like that. It's good for when you're approaching a job, but you can also run it in program mode as well. It's up to you. I don't know. So that's where it keeps your programs, which is all good. And the rest are like to do with the machine software. It's really good when you do update the software. It automatically installs itself, which is good. And I've also got backups of the whole thing, so there's no dramas there. It has been used mainly for machining aluminium, and this is one job I do. Now, this was done with a 1/2 inch ball nose carbide end mill, and you can take, like, I don't know, I think I was taking about a 15mm depth of cut with a 1mm step over, so you can see it coming into the job. And when the full ball nose was like making contact, the machine was not struggling at all, like not vibrating, all that kind of stuff. But you can check out my videos on YouTube to see it running. I think the ones that I do have on there were before the thrust washers were adjusted, which again, that's probably a, I don't know, half an hour job per thrust washer on each axis, but it shouldn't need to be done for a long time. It's got a pneumatic drawbar, which I currently have wired it into an M code output, so instead of using this button, which is still possibly usable, it's programmed, so M44 releases the tool and M45 clamps it again, just without having a tool changer. It makes it easier for running multiple tools in different jobs, I found anyway. So here we go. We'll do just a little home search. Yes, it does sound beautiful. Now we will just start up the spindle. I got the shakes bad. I'm going through a divorce. Let's go edit. Alright, yes. Free. She is beautiful. The spindle motor's up the back there. It doesn't get hot. I've felt it after running at 5,000 RPM for 30 minutes and it's still cool. Alright, so here we go. Programmable coolant as well. I haven't run it for a while, so there might be a bit of air in the system, but that's one thing. Where is it? The coolant pipe in there, I don't know if you can see it, it does get air in it, and it can take a little bit to get things running properly, but also it might need a top up as well. Now, I've used high quality coolant. It's a very specialised coolant, which there's about $200 worth there, I guess, which you can take with you. It is self-lubricating as well. So, linear slideways and ball screws. I don't know what else really, but yeah, that coolant's like, it does work well. So that's it, unless you want to see me use the hand pendant. That's it. Perfect. You can run your program from here as well if you wanted to. I've never actually done it though. Emergency stop, emergency stop. They got limit switches everywhere, home switches. It is a full-blown CNC mill, but 240. And it does have balls, I've got to say that much. For what it is, it does have a lot of balls.